Hey guys, and welcome to the fifth. Is this the fifth episode of Lights Camera Waffle? I am your host Zkiel. Sorry if you can see the wires. Usually you don't see the wires. It's a little bit more professional. Um, but yeah, as I was setting up today for this episode, I was really excited. I actually realized that I actually really enjoy filming these. Um, so yeah, it was really nice to set up again. I haven't filmed a video in over a week. And I said I was gonna film a video on Sunday, but Sunday I was just trying to relax because I was on a day off from work and everything. So yeah, I need to quickly rearrange some things before we get started. So just give me a sec to just. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and actually clicking on this episode. Today we're gonna be talking about DDG and Halle's breakup. This is something that I knew a lot of information on because I've been literally following them since I found out that Halle was dating DDG. I've been kind of keeping an eye on him, and that sounds a bit weird because everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, like he's not a bad guy." Blah, blah. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I've just been wanting to see what he's about. I didn't really hear of DDG until Halle, and that's not saying that he's not famous, because he is famous. Let's get that straight. DDG got his own bag. DDG has been very much popping. DDG is very much, he's a popular person. I personally just hadn't heard of him, and that's absolutely fine. We're not supposed to know everybody on this bloody planet, are we? 7 billion people. So I'm sure it's fine if I don't know a few. But yeah, I wasn't aware of him until we started dating Halle. People were like, "Oh, Halle's boyfriend has a boyfriend." I was like, who's Halle's boyfriend? Because obviously I'd known Chloe and Halle from Chloe and Halle. I'd known Halle from Chloe and Halle. From The Kids Were Alright. That was the first Chloe and Halle album I listened to. I think no, on Goliawa. Then I dived into the discography, and I was like, "Oh, all these guys are tea." But yeah, we're gonna talk about the breakup, unpopular opinions, and what I think about the whole entire thing. And I feel like this episode is gonna be very cut and close. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into it because I'm kind of excited. So it all started on the 4th of October this year when DDG posted a statement on his story. And the thing was I saw news articles about it on Pop Base and Pop Crave things like that. And I was like, ugh, please be so for real. Because they had also posted one breakup announcement before, those blog sites on Twitter and they were like, oh, Halle Bailey and what's called E-list rapper or E-list celebrity DDG have broken up. And that guy, I was like, oh, you guys are rude. You guys are bad and nasty. E-list is nasty word. Be so for real. Put a little respect on his name, But I didn't believe it. But then I saw the screenshot of the statement. I said, sir, you better stop playing with me. Don't play with me. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me go and see if DDG actually posted something or someone's made this site up. Yeah. And lo and behold, you guys, it happened. And DDG wrote this on his story. He wrote, "Dear friends and supporters, after much reflection and heartfelt conversation, Halle and I have decided to go our separate ways. This decision was not easy, but we believe it's the best path forward for the both of us. I cherish the time we've spent together and the love that we've shared. Despite the changes in our relationship, our love for each other remains deep and true. We will still be best friends and we still adore each other. As we focus on our individual journeys and our role as co-parents, we cherish the bond we've built and the beautiful moments we've shared." I'm not turning off, sorry. "As we navigate this transition, we ask for your understanding and support. Thank you for the love and the encouragement, DDG." And I saw this and I said, "Rah, damn, they broke up. Let me go see what my girl Halle posted." You see how I left that, good 5 seconds of silence? That's what Halle did for almost a week. For almost a week, there was nothing. Halle ain't posted nothing about no breakup. She didn't say anything. And I was like, that is the best silence. Like, silence is the best, like, oh, what am I trying to say? Like, silence is the best retaliation. Best revenge. That's it. That's it. That's it. What I'm going to say, yeah. I was trying to think of the word. Not retaliation, but revenge. Silence is the best revenge. And we're going to talk about what I truly think about their relationship, one. And two, like, yeah, we're just gonna talk about how I feel about the relationship. All of this is opinion. All of this is opinion. It's nothing of this is fact. It's based on opinion. I don't know what was going on in the relationship. I will never know. I'm not Halle. I'm not Daryl. So yeah. Anyway, let me get up my notes, child, because I said, we're gonna be a little bit specific. So I will say this, right? I will say this. Sorry if you heard that. I was just like expelling of air. It wasn't about, but anyway. I will say this. I did not think that Halle and DDG were right for each other. Since before the pregnancy, when I found out who DDG was, I was like, this is interesting for Halle. And I'll tell you why. Halle came from, if you don't know for some reason, Halle came from the duo, Chloe and Halle, with her older sister, Chloe. And they've been making music together for years, uploading covers on YouTube, where they got noticed by Beyonce, got signed to Parkway Entertainment, etc., etc. But yeah, they have been in a group together for years, making music together for years. They love music, and you can tell they love music. Both of their music is like, they're not doing it for charts or for anything. They're doing it because they love it. They're passion projects, right? And throughout those years, very, very little about their personal life has been brought to the media's attention unless they want it to. And obviously, they come from the world of Beyonce, and ain't nobody know what's going on in Beyonce's house. We can only speculate. All of this, she knows. She knows all of that, all of the memes and the conspiracy theories about that. We can only conspire. we can only conspire. That's all that we have. That is literally all that we have. We have nothing more to go off of, because Beyonce is an incredibly private person, and Chloe and Halle have been sheltered by their label, sheltered by their parents, and by themselves. They come across as very like private people. Like, their personal life is not in the forefront of like their work and their artistry, So I do see Chloe and Halle, though, now that they have kind of broken free and they're now grown women, because their music was kind of given like innocent kids a little bit. Obviously, Ungodly Hour was kind of like their dark horse. They kind of like broke out, but it still wasn't as I'm not gonna say vulgar. Vulgar sounds like is very extreme. It wasn't as provocative as some of the solo stuff they're doing now. For example, Chloe has gone down the route of this like sexual vixen. Compared to the Chloe of Chloe and Halle, it's very, very different. But despite that, Chloe's personal life, we don't know much about Chloe's personal life. We don't know who she's dating. We don't know who she's talking about. We don't know what exes she's doing. We can only speculate. We don't know nothing about what's going on in her personal life. And I think that's great. We didn't know much about what's going on in Halle's personal life until she got with Daryl. And DDG, if you don't know who he is, he's a YouTube sensation. I would say sensation. He's done very well for himself, I won't lie. He does music. He does vlogs and streams and all of this, all of that, the internet stuff. That's what he does. And for someone as private as Halle, I didn't think that was a good idea for her and her brand, because, like I said, Halle's very, very private. And I wouldn't be surprised if Halle wanted to be private, and Halle wanting her privacy was one of the reasons why they broke up. I wouldn't be surprised, because DDG posts almost everything on the internet. Everything the man does goes online. And I get it, that's his job. But in my own opinion, it's not fact. In my own opinion, Halle had no business getting with a man like that. Or if she wanted to get with a man like that, she should have kept it very much like we're together, but like not me in the videos. I don't want to be in no videos. I don't want to be in no vlogs. I don't want people to see me this, that, and the fourth. I don't want none of that. Like, we can be in a relationship, but keep me off them cameras. You know, if we are at an event together, you can vlog the event that we at, but like keep it at like your point of view. I might do a little cameo here and there, but nothing big like that. And I feel like that's the road that Halle should have went down if she wanted to date DDG. But the boundaries, I feel like, especially after they had their child, which I'm not gonna speak on because Halo is one of the cutest babies I've ever seen in my entire life. That boy is so cute, but he is innocent, and you know we ain't gonna talk about nobody's child on this internet. But that's what we're not gonna do. But yeah, I feel like because he is people say that he's very clout thirsty, and he did the whole relationship thing for clout. Listen, yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that he did it for clout. I do think that there are certain things that he's definitely used to his advantage, but I won't go as far as to say that, oh yeah, like he used Halle and his love for Halle for clout. You know, it's a bit weird to say so. But yeah, they're from two different worlds completely, and Halle's a very private person. As we could tell, I know for a fact that Halle was the one that said she didn't want her child's face on the internet. And I feel like DDG might have convinced her otherwise. You know, I feel like if it was up to Halle, she would have kept that baby's face off the internet, because now he's not even 1 year old. He's become an internet meme. People are talking about him left, right, and center. You know, and you know, I'm sure it's great to see your baby having some success like that, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, rah, like, bare people know my baby's face now. So many people know my baby's face. So many people are commenting on my baby. So many people are putting my baby's picture on posts and tweets. It's scary. And Halle has talked about her postpartum depression, how she couldn't be away from Halo for 30 minutes. You can tell she's a very protective mother. They were on live together. She heard Halo crying. She grabbed Chloe's on. She was like, my baby's crying. She got up immediately. She loves that child. I'm not saying DDG don't love him. Of course. I'm telling you this now. DDG, like, to see him as a father made me like him. Because he loves Halo. He loves that boy. He loves him down. And it's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's so adorable to see a father really like enjoy the joys of fatherhood. Yeah, like that really made me like DDG. And I was like, yeah, you know what? He really is that guy. Like, I really do like this for him. But the whole thing, and then seeing how they've broken up, it's a bit ooh, because for a fact I know that that's not Halle's world. I don't know how they got together. I don't know how they met, but I know for a fact that's not Halle's world. That's not what Halle would want. The whole, like, Halle's a very private person, and I think she enjoys that privacy. It's not like she was sheltered by her family because they didn't want her to grow up. No, they sheltered her, and she enjoyed that. You know, you don't have to talk about what's going on in my life. You listen to my music, and then that's that. And if I want to share something, I'll share something. You know, that's the reason why she hid her pregnancy, because she knew people would talk. But we'll get onto that one later. But yeah, in that case, yeah, like, I don't think they were I'm surprised they lasted as long as they did. And this is before they had a child. Like, I'm surprised they lasted as long as they did when they did. Does that make sense? No, I'm just surprised that they lasted as long as they did, because they're from two very different worlds. Halle is very not secluded, very private. She doesn't like her business being out there. And DDG, that camera is always on. That camera is always on, and there's a spare battery in his pocket. Now, do I think that DDG is trouble? And do I think that Halle is better off now that she's not in a relationship with him? If that's so, yes. Because to be honest, I'll tell you one thing. When I saw that Halle didn't post anything about the breakup, but he did, my mind went immediately to clout. I can't lie. It went straight to, oh, people are going to be talking about this. Because the fact, as a man, sorry, so it's got to be said, as a man, I would never put something up about my breakup if my girl didn't put something up first. Because all that internet shit talking about we'll always love and support each other, that's a lot. That's usually what the girls do, and then the guy will do it afterwards. Or he'll post like a little statement as well. Or they'll do a joint statement and post it at the same time. You know, like what Maya Jama and Stormzy did. Stormzy? I don't know why I said his name like that. Like what Maya Jama and Stormzy did, you know? And sorry, I saw something like looked a little weird. But what's it called? Yeah, like they would post that. So when he posted the statement, how he didn't post anything, it made me feel like, maybe they were in a little rut. Maybe they wouldn't see eye to eye at that moment. And you know, when you're like, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm done. And then she walks out the door, gets in the car, and takes the baby, drives home, doesn't speak to him for like a day or two. But she's just working through it. I feel like maybe they were working, or like it's not like she was done like that, like they're broken up, but she just wanted that time and space to herself. And I feel like, this is all just, fiction, alleged in my head. I feel like maybe he jumped the gun part of that statement when it could have been a thing of, we're just going to spend time apart for a bit and to take a break and we'll reassess. That could have been what Halle might have intended. And I'm not going to say that Halle's innocent because, once again, they're both adults in the situation. But that's how I feel. Because we've seen a lot of Daryl. We haven't seen a lot of Halle. We don't fully know the type of person that Halle is really behind closed doors, because she doesn't show us that. And she should. Like, why would she show us that? But DDG, we know the type of shit that he does. And some of it can come off as very, very clouty. Like, you were just looking for clout. So when you posted that statement and Halle didn't post anything, it made you look like an attention seeker. It made you look like, oh, you're trying to get people to talk about you. That's what it looked like. And that's just really, really unfortunate, because that might not have been your intention. But people are making up theories like I am right now. Maybe she just wants a little break, but then you jumped the gun, post that, and I was like, okay, you know what? Good. Yeah, we are broken up, and that's it. And Halle has only posted a few things. She's posted some clips of her in the studio. You know when they go through some, they hop back in the studio, they grab that pen, they put that pen to that paper. Oh, it's long. But yeah, she posted pics of her in the studio with Halo. She I think she's on her way to a premiere last night. I'm not sure, but yeah, like, she's doing well for herself. And people are like, this is how you're supposed to act after a breakup, unbothered. And maybe she is bothered. Maybe she is thinking about it, but she's not letting anyone see that, because she wants the world to see what she wants the world to see. She wants the world to see her. She is strong. She is beautiful. She's unbothered. She's going through things in the back, yeah, but that's no one's business apart from hers. And I rate her for that. I really do rate her for that. So with DDG posting that statement, I'm very sure that if it was up to Halle, no statement would have been posted. You wouldn't even know that they're broken up. Because, to be honest, they don't do a lot. They don't do content together. She doesn't post DDG on her stories on Snapchat or Instagram, and DDG doesn't do the same. The only thing that they have in common is, once in a while, like, Halle will post a video and Halo is in the video, but she doesn't really do a lot of stuff with Halo, a lot of pictures and videos with Halo, because she likes to keep that to herself. She might have pictures and videos for herself, but not for the world. DDG, on the other hand, I don't think ever since that child's face has been allowed to be revealed, I don't think I've seen one Snapchat story, or like one day where where Halo is not in the video. And because everyone's obsessed with that baby because he's adorable, and the fact that he's Halle's child, and like people love parent content. We have to admit that. Can we all admit that, please? People love parent content. Now, when you're a famous parent with a cute baby, people gonna care about that a lot, and people love Halle, so they want to see how her baby acts. And I'm telling you that right now, Halo is the cutest, most expressive baby, and he is so tired of DDG. Obviously not literally, but his facial expressions give like, why are you still talking to me? Like, he is just so unbothered, but he is the cutest, most expressive baby. Like, oh my goodness, I wish my child, I'm not even a wish, I know my child's gonna be as cute as that. It's just inevitable. Like, and then the mom is gonna be Leng as well, so like, the hell. But anyway, they're from two different worlds once again, and I didn't like the fact that he posted that statement, and Chloe and Halle didn't post anything. Like, you should have spoken to her and be like, are we saying anything? Are we not saying anything? You should, to be honest, as a man, you should have kept it to As a man, you should have kept it to yourself. As a man, you should have kept it to yourself. And I'm just gonna say that right now. As a man, you should have kept that all to yourself. Do I think that Halle is better off without DDG? I have to say yes. I know it sounds bad because they have a child together. They have a whole human child together. But I do think, yeah, they're, like I said again, they're from two different worlds, and the content that he does, what he does, doesn't align with Halle's brand. It doesn't align with Halle's brand, in my opinion. To be honest, having a baby outside of marriage didn't seem to be part of Chloe's. I keep saying Halle and Chloe. Having a baby out of wedlock didn't seem like it was on brand for Halle as well. But it is what it is, and I'm sure, and there's no regrets there. I'm very, very sure of it. But I just feel like like she can now, because let's be so for real. Let's be very, 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 very for real. Halle had the higher profile. DDG got to go places because Halle was there. DDG was invited places because Halle was there. Okay? Let's not act like Halle didn't do anything for DDG. He was popping, yes. He was popular, and, he had his own bag. But let's be very, 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 very clear. He got to go to a lot of places because of Halle. He got invited to a lot of events because of Halle. And I think people kind of forget that. So, but I do feel like now with Halle and him like kind of broken up, it gives her the chance to kind of find someone who's more on her sophistication level. If that makes sense. Someone who is just as private, just as talented, and who will treat her just as well as she should be treated. I've heard from other people, and I've read them from places, that DDG treated Halle like no other. Like that's what makes me say that DDG didn't get with Halle for clout. I refuse to believe that. But I do think a lot of the things he does is clouty. But he definitely didn't go to get with Halle for clout, because people have said that he genuinely, like, behind the scenes, off camera, he loved her, he adored her. He just like very much like I don't know how to describe it, but when you're in love with someone, you're in love with someone. And it's really, really sad that that they did break up and he didn't marry her, But at the same time, it's like a lot of people are kind of relieved, because like I said, he's not really on Halle's sophistication level. And that's okay, that's fine. But I feel like Halle needs a man that will complement her brand, that will complement her, and complement the work that she does. Just compliment her, like I said, compliment her in general. That will just compliment her in general. Like, when he stands next to her, you'll be like, yeah, that's a power couple. That's a power couple, Because I feel like DDG is very messy sometimes. He can be very, very messy, and that's just not in Chloe. I keep saying Chloe. That's just not in Halle's That's just not in Hallie's. I'm gonna say again, brand. That's just not who she is. Like, she's not a messy person. She doesn't do this internet stuff. Like, she doesn't do the back and forth. Don't get me wrong. DDG clocked this one man, yeah, who called Halle ugly on Twitter, and I'm sorry, DDG rinsed him. And while I don't condone coming for someone's mother, because this person, and he's actually famous. This person's actually famous. Came out and said that Halle looked like E.T. This is during the whole thing with the whole Disney princess, Black Ariel hatred. Like, someone said that she looked like E.T., right? And this guy had a podcast. He had a platform and everything. DDG rinsed this brother for filth. Made fun of his dead mom. Said, I'm smoking on your mom tonight. I said, damn. But like, don't talk about Halle like that. The hell. So, but yeah, I'm happy that he did clock her. That's not something that Halle. That's not something she would do. I don't think Halle likes to respond to hate comments and all of that. She prefers to just post and dip, I believe. But DDG is very much online. A lot of stuff he does is online. That whole thing with Ruby Rose really, really pissed me off. Like, how you messaging Ruby Rose? And I believe he did reveal that he actually did that in front of Halle when they were having a rough spot, which just kind of shows that you're still a bit childish and a bit immature, because for you to text your ex in front of your girlfriend because you're having a little argument, once again, you're just not the right man for Halle's aesthetic. Did you get it? You're just not the right man for Halle's aesthetic. Now, because they had a child, they are linked together for life. They are. They will always be in each other's life for life. And it's going to be very, very hard to convince, like, anyone you're in a new relationship with. It's going to be very, very hard to convince them that there aren't still feelings there. Because, for Halle, that's the father of your son. For Daryl, that's the mother of your son. That's the mother of your child. So it's like, you're never going to fully get over those feelings, and it's just really, really peak, I guess, because, like, yeah, you can co-parent, but I feel like a lot of the time people equate being a baby mother or being a baby father or being a father or mother of anyone's child. It equates to you can come in and out of their lives as you please. And I think that's what a lot of people are. Not a lot of people. That's what I think personally. I don't know what other people are thinking to me. I don't know why I say a lot of people. But I feel like that will maybe open the door to me. I'm just going to say people. People thinking that, he can just come in and out of her life, and maybe potential suitors, future suitors, when they're trying to talk to Halle, they're trying to be in a relationship with her, she's got a child, yeah, that's cool. But then, there's the ex-boyfriend, the baby father, who kind of comes in and out of she's still speaking to him. Obviously she has to, because, just all of that can lead to, like, things in the future being a bit complicated, because not a lot of people like that. A lot of people like it when their girlfriend's talking to the ex. But of course, like, if you're gonna get with Halle, then yeah, you're gonna accept the fact that she does have a child with someone else. So it's kind of irrelevant, but at the same time very much relevant, in my opinion. But yeah, I just feel like DDG and Halle just weren't the right fit, and I just don't understand how they got together in the first place. I think because they had broken out, because Chloe and Halle had broken out of that sheltered, almost child phase of their duo. I think this relationship of Halle and DDG was very much her first very big relationship. Oh shoot, sorry. It was very much her first big relationship. And first of all, I just want to say it's actually crazy to have a child with your first ever real boyfriend, because that's what she said. I believe she said that he was her first ever boyfriend. Having a child is crazy, but to each their own. But I'm just saying that, yeah, Daryl just kind of, he just is very, very clouty. DDG is just very, very clouty, and I just don't understand what Halle saw in the relationship. That sounds really mean. I don't understand because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know why they broke up. I don't know the goods and the bads. I'm sure there've been many goods. I'm sure there've been many bads. You know, a lot of people think infidelity has something to play in the fact. Some people are saying that Halle cheated on him with Brent Fires. That seems very unlikely. Some people are saying that DDG cheated on her with someone else. That one seems a little bit more likely. But once again, we don't know. We can't speculate unless someone comes out and says this is what happened. We can only just speculate, you know. But I just didn't see them as a good match, and that's just a personal opinion. That's just a personal opinion, and it's things like this. It's videos like the ones I'm making right now, and people talking about that. I'm sure Halle doesn't want someone talking about her relationship online. Halle doesn't want this random nigga who lives in the UK to be talking about how he feels about her relationship. However, he's going to do it because he finds it interesting and it's entertaining and it's entertainment. And it is unfortunate that people are talking about you at your expense because of entertainment, because you know they want to. But at the same time, this is what happens when you put your life online. And I know this makes me sound like a shitty person because I'm literally doing the thing I said that she'd hate. But it has to be done because if I don't talk about it, who's going to talk about it? Everyone else? I feel like we all need to speak about it somehow. We can't. I feel like, why ignore the elephant in the room if it's so big? Why ignore the elephant in the room when it's so big? We could all see it. Why are we ignoring the elephant? Please, let's speak on this elephant. Because if we don't address this elephant, it's going to drive the rest of us insane. We're just never going to know, like, am I imagining this elephant? Is this elephant real? You see this elephant too, right? With all of that being said, I'm sure DDG was a great dad. I'm sure DDG is a great dad. I'm sure he was a good boyfriend. I'm sure there were a lot, like I said, I'm sure there were ups and downs. And I'm sure Halle was very, very happy in that relationship. And it has come to an end. We'll see. Because the thing with baby mamas, baby fathers, like I said, the feelings are never ever gone. I would not be surprised if I saw them together again. I would not be surprised at all. But one of the reasons that I do think one of the main reasons I do think they broke up, and this is all I'm gonna say about that cute, adorable little angel that they had together. I do want to say it's because of Halo. I do think they broke up because not because like he's at fault, but more of the fault of Halle doesn't want Halo all over the world. DDG can't stop posting him. You know, it's kind of what happens when you date someone like DDG. That's exactly what happens. It's exactly what happens when you date someone like DDG. You are, everything that you do is put out there. It's put out there, and me personally, vlogs, all that behind the scenes content, unless like on Snapchat or Instagram story, or like little clips of you in the studio, I didn't see that for Halle. No one did. It's like Beyonce doing a "Get Ready with Me." Girl, we don't want to know. Like, as much as people would want Beyonce to do a "Get Ready with Me," it would be very, very out of place. Imagine Beyonce coming to your screen and be like, "Get ready with me to go to my Sir Davis party. I'm gonna put on like, no, girl. Why? What are you doing? Just get your videographer to just video. Girl, you fine? You okay? You just get your photographer to take some cute pictures on the staircase. You know, you and your husband, and Kelly Rowland, who looked stunning at that party, might I add. It's okay. We don't need to the whole don't do that. But yeah, I do feel like she wanted one thing, he wanted another thing, and I feel like DDG might not have respected her boundaries. I feel like he might have not respected her boundaries. They were hiding his face a lot. They were hiding Halo's face a lot in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, I don't know how many months it was, but all of a sudden, boom! They took that beautiful family picture, by the way, of them in white, and revealed Halo's face, and I'm just like, has it even been 5 months? Has it been that long? Like Cardi B, I don't know when Cardi B hid Culture's face for time, I believe. She hid Culture's face for time. We don't even know Nicki Minaj's son's real name. The fan base just call him Papa Bear because that's what Nicki calls him. Nicki swears it's not his real name. At this point, it might as well be. You know, a lot of celebrities, unless they are reality stars or do things that, you know, are about lifestyle and reality, a lot of celebrities hide facts about their children from the internet. They hide facts about their children from the internet. They hide their child's faces and names and all of that from the internet, as they should. If they don't want to, they shouldn't have to. You know, and I think evil eye is also a lot of thing. Evil eye is also a real thing that people don't believe in and they need to believe in. Evil eye is very, very real. There are people that will literally prey on your downfall simply because they can. Simply because they can. Simply because they want to. It's not every single person that has to lay eye on your family, that has to lay eyes on your kids. If you're an influencer and you're doing up vlogging and that's how you make your money, that's great. But you don't have to involve your children. You don't have to involve your family, because people will actually pray for bad things to happen to you. Even if they don't say it out loud, they're thinking it in their head. People hate for no reason. People do bad things for no reason. And I think that boundary, that was very much crossed a lot of the time with DDG. I personally feel like DDG didn't respect Halle's boundaries on the matter of Halo, and I think that's one of the main reasons as to why they broke up. But once again, I can only speculate. I ain't part of the relationship, chat, so what would I know? You know? But yeah, it is what it is, and they have broken up, and I do wish both of them the best. I do think Halle could have done a lot more in Hollywood and filming, and there would have been so many opportunities for her if she hadn't gotten pregnant. But she has the baby now, and the baby is perfect, the baby is beautiful, and I'm sure there's no regrets there. She can still have it all. Just because she has the baby doesn't mean that she can't have it all. She can still very much be on her grind, but she's a mother now. And I think being a mother is the greatest, most being a parent to any child is the most rewarding, joyous thing you could do. I know children are a lot of stress and a lot of hassle, but they're great. They're annoying, but they're great. And that's all I really have to say about the whole situation. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. Tell me what you think about the whole relationship down below. This is actually kind of cringe the way I'm sitting. I'm kind of sitting like a yacht. But anyway, yeah, tell me how you feel about DDG and Halle's relationship down below. If you want to, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my social media platforms. They are all in the link below. I have a new song that dropped X more times. Great song. And how would you know? By listening to it. The lyric video is on my page here on YouTube, and yeah, you can stream on all social media platforms. The link is down below for that as well. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is episode 5, I believe. The first episode was Fireboy, then Tyler. What was the third one that I did? Wait, the Diddy one. That was a good one. That did very well. Then the last one I did was the Cardi B one, and then now we got this one with DDG and Halle. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting this little franchise so far. I'm really enjoying sitting here and making these, and I enjoy editing them and color grading and doing all of that. Like, it makes me very, very happy to do so. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.